So the rule of three and how it's your secret weapon to your sales team's success. Let me break it down for you. When I think about the rule of three, most times I'm thinking of the idea of good, better, best, or beginning, middle, and end of a play, a movie, a book. In the sales world, I think of the problem, the promise, and the payoff, and what that looks like for your customers. And when you think about the problem and how you're evaluating that problem with your customer, you really want to work on digging in and asking some very intricate and probing questions. So that way you can uncover through the discovery part and find out what it is that you can work on together. That way they understand that you care about what's going on in their world and understand more of the insights of what their problems could be. A lot of times when I look at a business and their problems, it's kind of like looking at a puzzle. I like solving those puzzles. Sometimes a business will give up on things that used to work in the past, and I ask through the discovery process, what worked for you in the past? And why did you go away from that? Because sometimes people think the new and shiny thing is the best thing, when the tried and true method or the well-worn path sometimes is the best way to go about it. It's just rediscovering something that they've kind of pushed off to the side. Just like when we were talking about the puzzle pieces, a lot of times what's the most common thing that people will do? They'll start building out that border, right? When I'm looking at a customer's problem and what we're trying to develop through the promise and what we're offering to them is my consulting, my coaching, and my creation. So you can utilize the same things. And that's also a rule of keeps it very structured, very simple. So when you're consulting, you're obviously thinking about what is the problem and how can I tackle that? What's the best way to get to that end? When you're thinking about the coaching part, that's when you're creating the promise of what you're going to offer to the customer. One easy way to guide your customer from confusion to clarity, use the rule of three. It's one of the most simple and powerful methods in sales. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it to solve any problem. Why the rule of three works. Our human brains love things in threes. We remember messages better in threes. Think of every advertising campaign you've ever seen. We trust explanations more when it comes in threes. We feel clarity when information is grouped in three things. When a customer shares a challenge, the rule of three helps you turn the chaos into something simple and straightforward. You want to identify the three core problems. Start by uncovering just three issues. Let's say the customer says the sales are dropping. After asking some discovery questions, you might find that the three obstacles, what they really are: low lead quality, inconsistent follow-up, no clear sales process. When you're looking at a sales process, you can easily solve it by, you guessed it, three things. When you identify the three things, the customer finally sees clarity where they saw confusion before. So you want to connect the three problems to three solutions. And this is where you really show your value. For an example, if you're talking about the low lead quality, you want to give them a much better target, mapping out exactly where they need to focus. So you can help them by tightening their targeting. Inconsistent follow-up, our system automates your follow-ups. No defined sales process, we provide a proven workflow. This creates a one-to-one connection that feels logical and complete because the brain naturally trusts the rules and the patterns of three. This is where you make the path really easy, offering the three steps. So here's what we'll do next. We'll run a quick assessment. We'll set up a tailored plan, and then we'll launch a test run together. When you simplify so the rule of three gives you a simple, easy way to guide the customer that's repeatable, and they can do it and help problem solve. So three problems, three solutions, and three next steps. It sounds simple, and that's why it works. Overcomplicate the simple. It's in the definition. Complicate. Do not overcomplicate the simple. So the third part of the three C's is the creative part. And that's where you give your customer that aha moment, that wow moment, that thing that keeps them coming back for more. And what I try to do is really specialize on one thing that's going to really give them that feeling. what I've done in the past is create a little bit of mystery, a sense of what's behind door number 3, and kind of give a reveal. So build up some anticipation. So looking at it from the aspect of giving them that wow factor, what I wanted to do for the customer is just really give them something that they've never seen before. And what would that look like for you in your business? And how can you figure out what that is to address the problem, but give them a little bit of that pop, that wow factor, that bow on the brand new car, or the thing that's going to be super exciting, the reveal that you have at the end of a DIY show. This is the before and this is the after. And what does that look like when that customer comes into the room and sees their whole new dining room or new living room or new kitchen? I believe at the end of the day, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner, trying to gather more customers, you want to try as many things as possible. So that way you have more opportunities to find that wow or that aha moment. When you consider the rule of 3 and the secret sauce, the payoff that your customer is getting, that right there will keep you on track. Try to keep it simple though. And we appreciate you checking in. Thanks a lot. Merry Christmas. Have a good one. Celebrate the wins.